I'm just standing here now with Duncan from CSIRO. From CSIRO. Now, Duncan, tell us a little bit. I'm interested because air hockey by CSIRO doesn't make sense to me so far. So tell me, what's it all about?
Okay, the sciencey idea about this was that it would be an example of a tele-connected interface between two people.
Yep.
Where you did more than just stare at each other's face and talk.
Yes.
So what we've added is a physical activity. And
yes.
this word physical gets pepped up. So you play air hockey by actually hitting a puck into that thing there under the screen.
Okay.
And a puck appears on the other side.
So we've got, okay, so we're standing here in front of what, a half of a...
It's an entire
air hockey machine.
It's an air hockey table with fans underneath and little pucks that float on the surface when you hit them.
Okay.
There's a bag of them somewhere. We haven't.
And on the other side of this showcase, there's an identical one.
There is indeed.
And so what happens? Someone plays virtually against that opposite.
You see the person. So this setup here is a spy camera. So
okay.
They can see you.
So that's a camera in there.
That shows you, and this projector shows them. So when it's running and the data flow's working, they appear on the screen as if you were looking at them.
Okay.
And you send a puck under there.
Yep.
And there's a mechanism at their end that fires a puck at them, as if you had sent it over the network.
All right. So the computer knows where you projected your puck, and fires it back at them with relative.
In truth, the direction is actually a randomly generated direction.
Right. I imagine.
In the resourcing of the project, we didn't have time to actually pick up the trajectory of the puck properly.
Right.
That would have been.
We won't tell the public that tomorrow.
Well, it turns out when you play air hockey, because the thing bounces, it's sometimes really hard to.
Right.
You get almost a random.
It could go anywhere anyway.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And when you're playing it for real, and we went over to the University bar to have a go at real air hockey when we first did this running.
Where's that University of Bar? Where's that?
The bar on the student union in Canberra, where we're based on the campus. We found that the thing is so fast that you really just gut reflex. And if you're lucky, you put your puck with your bat in the place where the puck is coming.
Yes.
So it's meant to be really fast, and in fact it is fast. And you might want to come over here to see the mechanism, which is a barrage of puck cannons.
Fantastic! Look at that.
It's a bit like a bunch of machine guns on the wing of a Spitfire for those who grew up in the days of reading about World War II.
Right.
And these things fire out pucks at different angles and from different positions.
So now we're standing at the back of that screen we were seeing.
Yeah, and that's the puck. And it's not. So the puck. Where's our bat? Air is on. The air is on. There's a bat.
Yep. And the puck flew back there. Great.
And the puck fires at that end. Little laser detector here. You can see the red. That picks up the transition. So if the puck goes there, signal goes down through the network, and the logic of that end fires the puck back.
Now, does the opposition that's on the other side of the room or world, it could be, it knows that you've projected. It has sort of a delay. It knows, and then is it like a real-time response where you'd be waiting for someone to hit back?
There's an element. Yeah, you're waiting. There's a bit of networking delay because of the nature of networking video.
Yep.
Is that we're running at 25 frames a second.
Yep.
And because you have to collect the frame before you send it, you're stuck with about a quarter of a second latency.
Which is not a bad thing for sport.
Yeah.
For getting the reflect action of sport, you know.
Let people adapt to that.
Yes.
So the thing I can tell you about this is that we've only shown it publicly once before.
Okay.
At a presentation last year that involved the funding bodies that were looking at our networking project. And the thing ran for 45 minutes without failure.
Excellent.
We fired something like 500 air hockey pucks. We ran it till they burned out their energy to play air hockey.
That's great. All right, so air hockey by CSIRO. Thanks for your time.